Hey. Welcome back to the AI Chronicle, your daily 10-minute shortcut to staying ahead. I'm so glad you're here today, because honestly, this is one of those episodes. We've got a drug that AI designed, $250 billion of investment, and a how-to that could save you hours this week alone. No tech degree required. No jargon. Just the real stuff. Buckle up. Let's go. Story number 1. Here's one of those sounds small until you realize what it unlocks moments. DeepSeek V4 is built on Chinese chips, and it could break America's grip on AI. The short version first. DeepSeek's long-awaited V4 model, expected in the last 2 weeks of April, will run entirely on Huawei's Ascend 950 PR chips, making it the first frontier AI model built without a single NVIDIA GPU. Let's be real for a second. V4 has already been delayed twice. Here's what makes it interesting despite the limits. For everyday people, this means AI tools you use could soon run on completely different hardware pipelines depending on where you live, and that affects price, access, and which government's rules apply. Think about what industry this touches first. If it's yours a euro, start paying closer attention now. Story number 2. Under $20 a month. Already helping people stay independent. And most people have never heard of it. Google just gave 10 million Indian small shops an AI upgrade for free. Quick context for you. Google rolled out Gemini-powered merchant tools across India this week that let any small shop owner take a smartphone photo and instantly generate professional product descriptions and lifestyle catalog images. Here's the friction. The merchant tools are free now, but Google's track record shows they often monetize through ads once adoption peaks. Small shops should go in eyes open. Now here's the part that changes the story. For a street-side electronics or clothing seller in a Tier 2 Indian city, this is the first time they can compete visually with major e-commerce listings without hiring a photographer or copywriter. The best way to evaluate a tool is to use it badly first. Try it on something low stakes. Learn the edges. Number 3. This one landed quietly, but the implications are loud. Really loud. Half of all American workers still refuse to use AI at work. Here's why that gap is dangerous. So, what actually happened here? A brand new Gallup poll of 23,717 U.S. workers found that roughly half use AI once a year or not at all, even when their company has already paid for the tools. Now here's the catch. The 56% wage premium is an average across all industries. The gap is much smaller in some sectors like retail and much larger in finance and tech. But here's the flip side. Fear is rational. Think about the last thing at work that cost you 3 hours. Could this tool have handled 30 minutes of it? Look into it. Story number 4. And look, I get it. Change is uncomfortable. But this story is proof that the people who lean in end up way ahead. Only 20% of companies are capturing 80% of AI's financial gains. PwC reveals what they're doing differently. Here's the story. PwC's 2026 AI performance study found that a small group of companies is pulling dramatically ahead of everyone else in turning AI into actual money. But hold on a euro, there's a wrinkle. PwC's study is self-reported by executives, not independently audited financials. The 3x profitability gap may be overstated by selection bias toward high-performing clients. The other angle, though? If your employer is in the 80% that isn't capturing AI gains, that's actually an opportunity. Companies that figure this out in the next 12 months will need people who understand both the business and the tools. So here's what you do. List 3 tasks in your week this could handle. Write them down. That list? That's your head start. Number 5. If you follow AI research at all, you heard the noise on this one. Here's the signal. India is no longer just copying Silicon Valley. It's leading in AI applications. Let me break it down. A sweeping new analysis published this week argues that India has quietly shifted from AI follower to application leader. Not by building foundation models, but by deploying AI faster and more creatively in agriculture, healthcare, and multilingual services than any other nation. Here's the part they don't lead with. India still imports the foundation models powering these applications, mostly from the US and increasingly China. Here's why it still matters. For a farmer in Maharashtra or a patient in rural Bihar, a WhatsApp AI that diagnoses your crop or triages your symptoms in Marathi is transformative. It doesn't matter where the model was built. Don't dismiss it because it's early. The best time to understand a breakthrough is before it's everywhere. Number 6. Your computer can now do things for you while you sleep. This is not a metaphor. This is an actual product update that shipped this week. Your company now runs 7 AI tools on average, and it's making you less productive. So what went down? The average company now runs 7 or more AI platforms, up from 2 in 2023. One thing to watch though, most of this research is concentrated in knowledge workers at mid to large companies. Factory workers, drivers, and service staff face a completely different AI reality that these studies don't capture. That said, zoom out a second. The fix is practical and free. Audit which AI tools you actually use each week, drop the ones you touch less than twice, and double down on the one that saves you the most time. Add it to your rotation for 1 week. Not forever, just 1 week. Then decide. Story number 7. The Supreme Court just weighed in on AI art, and the ripple effects are going to land on every creator in America. The EU's August AI deadline is 100 days away, and most companies still have no plan. Here's what we know. On August 2nd, 2026, just 110 days from now, the remaining provisions of the EU AI Act kick in, and non-compliance fines go live. Up to €35 million or 7% of global turnover for the worst violations. The honest limitation? EU enforcement capacity is still being built. The actual first fines may not land until 2027. And yet, there's a reason people are excited. As a worker or consumer in Europe, this law is designed to protect you. It requires companies to explain any AI decision that affects your job application, loan, or medical care. Send this to someone in your network who's in a regulated industry. They'll thank you later. Story 8. Not a product launch. Not a press release. An actual breakthrough. China is processing 140 trillion AI tokens a day and building a whole economy around it. Right, so here's the situation. China's government has officially named AI tokens, the basic unit of AI computation, as the settlement currency of its digital economy. Not so fast though. Processing volume doesn't equal value. China's token economy is still heavily subsidized by government policy. The counter-argument is actually good though. The 87% versus 32% trust gap between Chinese and American consumers is the most important number in this story. It explains why AI products can deploy faster in China and why that creates a real competitive edge. Ask yourself, what problem in your life could this eventually solve? That's the right question to sit with. Number 9. Copyright. Lawsuits. Settlements. This one has real money attached and a decision that changes what is allowed online. The UN just launched a global AI science panel, and it's starting with the stories no one tells. The short version first. The UN's Independent International Scientific Panel on AI held its first in-person summit this week, tasked with producing a global impact study on AI that includes voices from the global South Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia, not just Silicon Valley and Beijing. Let's be real for a second. UN panels are historically slow. Here's what makes it interesting despite the limits. For someone in Nigeria, Brazil, or Indonesia, this panel is the first international AI governance body that is required to consider how AI affects your daily life specifically, not just the US and EU. Follow whoever's shaping this in your country. You don't need to agree with them, just know what they're deciding. Story 10. If you've been meaning to get started with AI tools and just haven't, this is your on-ramp. How to use AI to close the 56% wage gap, 7 skills worth learning this week. Quick context for you. Workers with advanced AI skills earn 56% more than peers in the same role without them, and the gap is still widening. Here's the friction. The 56% wage premium is concentrated in knowledge work, marketing, finance, legal, HR, and tech. Now here's the part that changes the story. The good news is that the most valuable AI skill isn't technical. It's judgment. You don't need to become an expert. You need to become comfortable. This is the first step. Boom. That's your 10 for today, and what a 10 it was. Okay, here's your challenge. Pick one story that surprised you. Screenshot it. Try the action. See what happens. That one small move. That's how you stay 10 steps ahead. This has been the AI Chronicle, made for real people, not tech brothers. If you got value today, smash that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and share this with someone who needs it. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Let's go.